You're in the fitting room trying on clothes and you're not making any headway. Well, there are a number of reasons for that. There are 4 essential things you should consider before you head into the fitting room and end up dismayed and disappointed. Clothing retailers are determined to sell you the next trend at all cost, and they definitely know the psychology of selling. That's their job. The bright lights, the spacing, the arrangements of the garments, the displays are set as eye candy. So to combat this, I focus on these 4 factors when selecting garments: color, cut, fabric, and fit. So shopping is not meant to be a marathon, but if you are in a time crunch, here is the first thing to consider before you pull that item off the rack: the color. The color can make or break an entire outfit, even if the next 3 factors, the cut, the fit, and the fabric, work in your favor. I really like to thrift. I think it's a great way to recycle, reuse, and get a good deal. The whole color theory thing really works in your favor if you like to thrift, because there are so many options. You can easily get caught up in the savings aspect and not really what works for you. And then, is it really a savings at that point? When you know your best color choices, you really end up with a head start. Now you're able to quickly veer away from items that will not work for you, regardless of the great deal. And you can focus on those items that will be a positive buying experience. Visually, color is a big part of the way we feel and act. And depending on your confidence level, even the best colors for you may take some time getting used to. I find that stores that have their items in color order make it easier to zone in on the right color choices. Knowing your best colors will have a positive effect on the way you see yourself in the item and the way you portray yourself to the public. Now that you know the right colors, you can now focus on the cut of the item, whether you want it to be fitted or tailored, relaxed or casual. And there is also a style that is associated with a cut. For example, the cut and style of dresses is widely varied, and since it is an all-in-one piece item, it's good to know your body type. Dresses come in A-line, fit and flare, pencil, sheath, shirt dresses, wrap, and bodycon. Fit and flare style dresses overlap with A-line in that both styles skim over the hips and accentuate the waistline. They're both popular styles. Some items even have an empire bodice, which also allows the garment to skim over the lower portion of your body. The item can have a defined pleat, wide or narrow, or a soft, flowy hemline. This fit and flare dress has inverted pleats at the bottom and a fitted banded waist, and a V-neck and a full zipper. The dress is definitely fitted. It has no stretch, but it does have a semi-formal feel, which means it can be dressed up or down. This dress has a raised or an empire waistline, along with that fit and flare or A-line styling. The banded hemline has a very soft bend, and the front zip gives some unexpected interest. For the office, I find pencil skirts and dresses are a cut that work well. They give off a sense of flair without being overly sexy. Pencil skirts and fitted blouses together create that balanced silhouette. As you can see, this pencil dress is more fitted and defines your curves in a subtle way. It also has a narrower hemline with a kick pleat. I find this cut to be more evenly balanced between the upper and lower portions of your body. On the flip side, we have sheath dressing. This dress will skim over all the curves, and the defining factors for this dress will be the color, the sleeve length, and the hem length. As you can see, sheath dresses can take on a casual or formal feel. This sheath takes on a more tropical feel with the watercolor striped palette and sleeveless design. This dress has a built-in elastic waist. Without it, it would mimic a sheath dress. It has that relaxed cut with wide sleeves, it has a stretch lining, and a flowy fabric. Shirt dresses are great for the office as they are tailored yet casual. Most come with a fabric belt that can easily be changed out. Wrap dresses are always in style. and they can give off a tailored vibe like this one here with a collar. They look good on most body types. This dress gives the illusion of being a true wrap, but is merely a crossover bodice with a tie around the waist. The collarless V-neck line and cap sleeve give it a more relaxed feel. Bodycon dressing is very fitted. It requires you to be very confident in your body because it shows every little bulge and bump that you may have. At first, I thought bodycon would have been just a trend that would come and gone, but obviously it's not. I believe it's here to stay, so I consider it one of the styles and cuts that are going forward and is not a trend. The third item on my list is the fabric. So when I pick up a garment, the first thing I like to look at is the tag. I want to know what the fabric content of the garment is, because depending on whether it is natural fibers like cotton, linen, silk, or wool versus man-made fibers like polyester, rayon, acetate, nylon will affect the drape and overall feel of the garment. Along with the fabric label is a care label, and this helps determine if the garment is easy to care for or will require some extra time and expense, like dry cleaning. If the item requires dry cleaning, hand washing, or line drying, this may not suit your lifestyle. Some care labels say the item requires touch-up with an iron. So do you even own an iron or want to deal with ironing? Again, you could send it out to the laundry, but then that takes time and money. When you find a mixed blend garment that has cotton and polyester, it tends to be more forgiving and the risk of shrinkage is also reduced. Spandex, also added to fabrics, can add extra comfort and ease to an otherwise unforgiving cut and style. Now that you have looked at your fabric labels, you're ready to try on the garment. And another set of eyes can definitely be helpful to point out any flaws in the fit and drape of the garment. If only minor alterations are needed, such as a hem or a cuff, it might be worth buying. But if it needs major structural work, I would pass on that item. If you are by yourself, just get out your camera and take the selfie. Use different angles. It's amazing how different we see ourselves in pictures. This way you can catch any areas of concern quickly and easily. Remember to be mindful of what you're seeing and feeling. Don't just nudge it to the back of your mind. Because if there is tugging and pulling to get the garment to stay in place or prevent it from falling correctly or riding up, just forget it. Remember, you're wearing the garment. The garment does not wear you. For tailored garments like a blouse, you need to make sure the buttons do not pull apart at the bust line. The sleeves are definitely the right length, and the shoulder seams are falling in the right place as well. Unless the item you're buying is for a formal affair with a one-time use, avoid trendy items that require alterations. Take that advice of your seamstress because she has seen it all. Now that you're coming to the end of making a garment choice, you need to make sure that you can still walk, sit, and move your arms comfortably to make wearing the garment on a full-time basis enjoyable. Remember, it could be comfortable in a 1 minute or 2 minute try-on, but will it work for a full day of wear? Remember, what may seem at the time as a minor fit issue can result in a garment just hanging in the closet and money lost. Since I've been using these 4 factors when I go shopping, it has made my life so much easier. The color, cut, fabric, fit scenario just works out, and I don't waste any time, I don't waste any money, and I get clothes that fit me well that I enjoy wearing. I hope you liked this video. If so, enjoy shopping and have a great day.